Divorce can be really hard on a person. If you have a friend that's going through one, you want to be there.
But that can sometimes be tricky. So in today's Relationship Reboot, we're finding out 5 things friends should and shouldn't do to make sure you're giving the right kind of support. And joining us is our favorite, Dr. Carol Bearse.
Oh,
good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
So what should you do and how should you approach it if your friend is going through a divorce?
Yeah, it's so heartbreaking, isn't it, to watch, a friend, even an acquaintance or a colleague go through something that's really painful. Even if someone wants a divorce, it's hard. It's a loss. And so one of the things that you need to keep in mind overall is that there will be a grieving process, and that looks different for everybody.
So just supporting your friend as they're going through that.
And in an ongoing kind of way.
Okay.
So I have 5 tips, and some of these come from people who have been through this and they really haven't been supported, or they've really just been annoyed by the way people have responded. And
your first one, respecting their privacy.
Yeah, there's 2 really important things to keep in mind here. So when you're talking with your friend, one of the things you want to do, and this sounds so obvious, but it's just to listen and listen and listen. Don't dig for too many details. Follow their lead. Let them be the one to share as much as they want, hold back. Dr. Jeff Child at Kent State actually studies this. He's the editor of the Journal of Family Communication. And one of the things that he reminds us is that people's need for privacy at this time of transition is often higher than in other situations.
Even if in the past you've been so close and you've shared everything.
Right.
I think something that can be very hard to do is to not trash the ex, especially if they did something, if there was an affair involved. You just want to bash that person and feel supportive in that way.
Right. It's so tempting to do that, to build your friend up by, tearing down the other person.
But you need to be nice.
Yeah, don't do it because, 1, they might get back together.
Ooh.
Awkward. But also, you don't want to add more negative fuel to the fire. It's not really going to be helpful. So just be careful about trashing the ex to build that other person up.
And I have a friend who is actually going through a separation right now, and I don't know if she's going to get back together with that person, but how do you kind of approach them when you know that they're having a rough time and they're feeling sad? Yeah,
so one of the things you want to do, as I said before, it sounds so obvious, but to fully listen, be there, follow their lead, let them tell you what they need.
What if they're not sad?
Yeah, so here's something really interesting that came out of people who've been divorced. One of the things that they really get annoyed about is the pity and the sympathy and people saying, I'm so sorry you're getting divorced, because they might not be fully sad or sad all the time. And so we have to keep in mind that not everything about someone going through a divorce might be a complete disaster to them.
Well, and divorce can be tricky too because you're balancing, jobs with your ex or even kids.
Right.
So how do you make sure you're including those people even though they might be saying no a lot?
Right, that's a really important point. So one of the things besides the dividing up the furniture and the finances that people who are going through a divorce say is that they stop getting invited to things with friends and family. They actually lose
Especially if
friendships.
they're not a couple anymore and they were hanging out with only couples.
Right, and so one of the things that we as friends can do is continue to invite people to social events and let that person say no. Because it's one of the common complaints is like, I lost all my friends. Even
they stopped inviting.
They stopped inviting me thinking that I just needed time to heal, but people say don't do it. Let me choose not to come if I'm
just
not
keep
up for
inviting.
it.
And I think that goes right into your next point too. And we hear this too with like any sort of major life event, with a death in the family, even after someone has a baby, a good life event, but the support is there right away and then it kind of dwindles.
Right, we have to remember that we need to support our friends in ongoing ways. So we might see that this person has developed a new normal, even in a new relationship, but we have to remember that this grieving process for anyone going through a big transition can be long, and we have to just keep checking in with that person over the long haul, many years even.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this something that you find people come and talk to you about often? I mean, not just like the couple going through the divorce, but friends as well?
Absolutely, because a lot of us don't know what to say. We don't know what to do, and odds are about 38% of us are going to experience someone having this.
Whether a friend or yourself.
Carol, thank you. Good
Thank
tips.
you so much, Carol.